Imagine exploring the Tower of London, where centuries of dark history come to life. But what if I told you a terrifying secret still haunts its ancient halls? If you're ready for a spine-chilling story, hit that subscribe button and join us as we uncover the haunting of the Tower of London. In the heart of London, standing tall and unyielding, the Tower of London has witnessed centuries of history, from royal betrayals to unimaginable horrors. But what few know is the dark secret the tower hides. Beneath its stone walls, whispers echo and shadows move as if alive. This is the chilling tale of one such encounter. It was a cold autumn evening when Sarah, an ambitious history student, visited the tower for a night tour. The moon hung low, casting an eerie glow on the ancient structure. The guide, an elderly man with a gravelly voice, led the group through the dimly lit corridors. As they passed by the bloody tower, he spoke in hushed tones, recounting the tragic story of the two young princes, Edward and Richard, who vanished from the tower centuries ago, presumed murdered in the very room they were last seen. Sarah, skeptical and determined to uncover the truth, decided to stay behind when the tour group moved on. She wandered deeper into the tower, drawn by an overwhelming sensation of being watched. The air grew colder, and the silence was broken only by the faint creaking of the old wooden floorboards beneath her feet. Suddenly, a faint voice whispered her name. At first, she thought it was the wind, but then it came again, closer this time, as if someone was standing right behind her. Her heart raced, and she spun around, but no one was there. The halls stretched before her, empty and uninviting. She took a deep breath and continued down the corridor, but the whispering persisted. Her footsteps echoed in the stillness, amplifying the sense of being utterly alone, yet never truly so. As she reached the end of the hallway, she noticed something strange. The air was heavier here, almost suffocating, and the walls seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy. She hesitated, but curiosity urged her forward. Stepping into a small dark room, she felt a sudden chill wash over her, and the door slammed shut behind her with a deafening bang. Her pulse quickened, and she fumbled for her phone to turn on the flashlight. The beam of light cut through the darkness, revealing an old stone table in the center of the room, covered in dust. But it wasn't the table that caught her attention. It was the reflection in the mirror hanging crookedly on the wall opposite her. There, standing behind her in the reflection, was a figure, a shadowy silhouette of a man in old-fashioned clothing. His face was obscured, but his presence felt undeniably threatening. Frozen, Sarah tried to turn, but her body wouldn't move. The figure in the mirror began to step closer, its movements slow and deliberate. Panic surged through her, and with all her strength, she wrenched herself free and bolted toward the door. The moment she touched the handle, the whispering returned, louder now, almost deafening. She stumbled out into the corridor, gasping for breath, but the atmosphere hadn't lightened. The walls seemed to close in on her, and the faint sound of footsteps echoed behind her. She dared not look back. She ran through the dark halls, desperately trying to find her way back to the main entrance. The whispers followed her, growing more frantic as she neared the exit. When she finally burst through the gates into the cool night air, she felt the weight of the oppressive presence lift. But as she glanced back at the tower, she could have sworn she saw the faintest shadow watching her from one of the high windows, the figure's eyes burning with an intensity that would haunt her forever. Even as Sarah left the tower, she couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was still with her, lurking in the corners of her mind. The Tower of London had more secrets than anyone could ever truly uncover, and some were best left undisturbed. As the shadows of the Tower of London fade into the night, remember, some secrets are better left undisturbed. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to like, share, and comment below with your thoughts. And for more spine-tingling stories, Subscribe to Good Night Tales. Sleep tight if you can.